your personal and your collective souls are always attempting to have a more conscious conversation with you. And it does that through the dynamic. If it can't speak to you in any other way, it will speak to you in metaphor and in symbol. And so what would you say are the metaphors and the symbols around hurricanes?
A great deal of emotional energy that is warm, the warm water, warmth, anger, frustration, rage, swirling,
but so much emotion,
turning in on,
so much confusion,
right.
So much emotion, so much chaos. Are not hurricanes a representation of what each of you are feeling in your own way?
And the north...
and if you're not feeling it, you just might be a psychopath.
So you had said because we taped literally during the eclipse, that it was a turning point in terms of we'd reached...
Sure, but just as there is the positive possibilities, there's also the negative possibilities. If you continue to allow your reality, allow it, even though it keeps taking more and more and more away from you, if you continue to allow that, then that dynamic will continue until you are forced to act. And it's up to you, dear ones.
So if I'm in the audience and hearing that, I say, what do I do? And it's
you begin to speak truth. You begin to realize that you do not know everything. You begin to realize that you are being lied to on a daily basis. That there are those with hidden agendas that are precipitating certain memes that so many of you believe without question. And so the biggest thing that we think that you each can do in order to begin to affect change is to begin to ask questions. Begin to ask the hard questions. Now, there's no way you're going to be able to out-bully the bully. All right? And so we're not talking about going to war against them, but we are talking about refusing to comply. The most powerful energy that you have, the most powerful tool that each of you has, is to just basically ignore it. Used to be called shunning.
But it requires knowing that it's there, and
well, it requires
sort of
the responsibility of being in the process of assessment.
Right.
You know, assessment is a lot more work than having judgments.
Yes.
Right? Judgments freeze things into place. You don't have to continue to question something because you've already made the judgment. Well, but what is the one thing that's constant in your world?
Change.
Change, exactly right. And so if change is the one thing that is constant in your world, don't you need to constantly be able to, as you learn more, upgrade your dynamic of assessment?
Yes, so...
As we begin to teach you the dynamics of this sort of work, we begin with very simplistic and very basic understandings and build upon them and build upon them and build upon them, and we have with you and many others over the years, and built upon them so that the levels of understanding available become greater and greater and greater, and the depth of your wisdom becomes greater and greater and greater. And so the dynamic of knowing, while it may begin with a small k, eventually winds up with a big K, all capital letters.